The Jimmy John's story. How freaky fast became a billion-dollar promise. Before DoorDash, before UberEats, before instant delivery was a thing, there was Jimmy John's. The founder, Jimmy John, built a billion-dollar empire on one single insane promise: speed. But freaky fast was not just a clever marketing slogan. It was a complete business philosophy that they had. The secrets behind this is a masterclass in operational excellence. My name is Desmond Lim and I'm the co-founder and CEO for Workstream. We are going under the hood to deconstruct the 4 core systems that made Jimmy John's the fastest restaurant on earth. The first secret to Jimmy John's speed starts with the menu. It's a masterclass in ruthless simplicity, designed for one thing: to be made in under 30 seconds. Jimmy John's refuses to sell hot sandwiches. It's not a preference, it's a core part of their billion-dollar business model. And it's a genius lesson in focus. Notice what is missing here. No hot sandwiches, no toasters, no soups. Anything that requires a heating element is gone. This is a deliberate sacrifice that they made. They gave up variety to gain a massive competitive edge in speed. Every ingredient is pre-sliced. The bread is served at room temperature. The entire menu is created to flow down a simple operating line. The lesson is powerful. Build your entire operations around your core promise. This concept is called strategic subtraction. Jimmy John's promised speed, so they strip away everything that got in the way of that promise. Most businesses think that growth comes from adding more menu items, more options, more services. But elite operators understand that true scalability comes from subtracting everything that is not essential to your core promise. A toaster adds maybe 90 seconds to the order. That doesn't sound like much, but in a high volume lunch rush, the 90-second bottleneck can be the difference between a 5-minute wait time and a 15-minute wait time. Jimmy John's realized that for every customer they might lose who wanted a hot sandwich, they will gain 10 more who valued speed and reliability above all else. They were not just simplifying their menu, they were choosing their customer. Secret number 2. The tiny delivery radius. Jimmy John's intentionally limited the number of customers they could serve. Most businesses want to reach as many customers as possible. Jimmy John's did the opposite. They drew a tiny circle around each store and refused to deliver outside of it. The rule was simple. If a driver could not get there in 5 minutes, it was out of the zone. Why? Because they were not selling sandwiches. They were selling trust. In a world where a pizza might take 30 to 45 minutes, Jimmy John's could promise a consistent and fast experience every single time. This created a powerful psychological effect. In the early days of delivery, the biggest pain point for customer was uncertainty. Will my food arrive in 30 minutes or an hour and a half? Jimmy John's completely erased that pain. By promising and consistently delivering in a short time window, they created a reputation and brand for themselves as an option that could be trusted. When customers thought fast, they thought Jimmy John's. In the modern era of third-party delivery apps, when you have less control, this principle is even more crucial. You may not be able to control the driver, but you can control your kitchen prep time and your handoff process. You can still engineer your operation to be the most reliable and consistent option on the platform, even if you cannot control the final mile. The lesson for owners today is critical. A smaller controlled delivery zone might mean fewer potential customers, but it can lead to a much better experience for the customers you do serve, turning them into loyal regulars. The final secrets are: the kitchen is a human assembly line. 1 person on bread, 1 on meat, 1 on veggies, and 1 to wrap. every employee has a single repeatable task. This is the internal system that allows Jimmy John's to make a sandwich in under 30 seconds. But the system is only as good as the people running it. That's secret number 4. They hire for a specific personality trait. They look for people with a strong sense of urgency, people who move quickly and thrive in a fast-paced work setup. They build a culture that matched their brand promise. By looking and hiring talent and people that work fast and move quickly, that was helpful for them to actually build the whole operations workflow and to match the brand and promise that their company has. So what's the ultimate learning lesson from the Jimmy John's playbook? Make a promise and keep it. They built their entire business around a single powerful differentiator: speed. And that ruthlessly engineered their menu, their delivery zones, their assembly line, and their hiring of the right people to deliver on that promise better than anyone else on this planet. Every billion-dollar restaurant brand can be boiled down to these key things. McDonald's is consistency. Chick-fil-A is service. For Jimmy John's, it was speed. What's the one thing that your restaurant can promise to do better than anyone else? Let me know in the comments. For more deep dives into the world's most successful restaurants, please make sure you subscribe and follow us.